millions of people in Texas who endured massive power cuts are now facing critical shortages of drinking water. It's another day of bitter cold. It means more burst pipes and flooded homes, while many remain without power for a fifth day in a row. Think about that for a second. And nearly 12 million Texas residents are facing disruptions to their water service, in part due to problems at the treatment plants. Texas power officials say on Sunday night they were just seconds or minutes away from the entire collapse of the energy grid, which potentially would have left millions of people in the dark for months. Omar Villafranca is in Dallas with more on this story. Omar, it is such a mess. It's still being investigated. What are issues that people are still dealing with today, 5 days later?
Well, one of the things that you mentioned that's good, people are starting to get their power back on. But now that the lights are on, this is what they're having to deal with. Take a look at this apartment complex. A water pipe burst and just cascaded down into these apartments. Looks like a frozen waterfall. All the things that were inside these belongings, they're ruined. People are having to throw them away. That's going to be a costly tab to recover. Another thing that may surprise you, people are going to be dealing with a surprisingly high electric bill.
We walked in and about 2/3 of the ceiling was collapsed. There was sheetrock all over the floor and water was just gushing in.
Joel Burns didn't have power, but he had flowing water in all the wrong places.
It's disheartening.
This week, Burns says he reached out to 14 different restoration companies for help with repairs, like busted pipes and damaged drywall. All 14 companies declined because they were not available or the job was too big.
Do you think that your insurance company is going to be able to treat you one of probably a million other cases?
I think ultimately, yes, but it's not going to be fast. We're going to be dealing with this for probably over a year.
And insurance will not cover everything.
It'll cost us thousands. I mean, already we've just in the, supplies and stuff to clean this up, we're into many hundreds.
Governor Greg Abbott has asked President Biden to declare a major disaster declaration.
If granted, this will give Texans the ability to apply for individual assistance from FEMA. That individual assistance will assist them with funding to restore damage to their homes.
But repairs aren't the only financial burden Texans are now facing.
Are you worried about what your next electric bill is going to look like?
I'm happy because our rate's locked in, but the nature of deregulation is some people have fluctuating rates, and theirs are going to go up.
Most residents enter into one of two types of contracts with energy providers, a higher fixed rate or variable. Variable meaning customers take the chance and can pay low rates when demand is low and higher rates when demand rises. Houston resident Megan O'Neill paid over $2,000 in 2 days. Her February bill is now more than $3,000.
It's like, okay, do I feed my family or do I run the heat? Which one do I do?
Joshua Rhodes, an energy expert at the University of Texas, explains that those with fixed rates could also pay more in the future.
That effect will take later as, utilities and the like assess, how much money that they need to recoup. Eventually, the customer always pays, kind of at the end of this.
The mayors of Houston and Dallas know this is going to be costly, and they're already raising money for a fund to help residents with those repair bills. But cities are also going to have monster repair bills. Take this stat into consideration. In the city of Dallas alone, they're going to have to repair 250 water mains that burst during the freeze. Anthony?
Omar, thank you.